For more on President Trump's plan, we're joined by Scott Schober. He's the President and CEO of Berkeley Veritonics Systems. Good to have you on the program today. Now, this plan, as we heard, opens the door for companies to develop the technology free of oversight and safeguards. Also, though, as we heard at the end of that report, ideological bias. What does this mean? Is this an attack on a woke agenda, or is this an attempt to free all technology of any kind of political bias?
Yeah, certainly with, I think, the Trump regime behind it, they're going after a certain aspect of it, be it that of the woke, but one could argue it's to really prevent any bias leaning this direction or that direction politically. And it's difficult to do that, obviously, because, again, these are computers, these are algorithms. Who's behind that? It's people. So you have to have a balanced view of who's behind putting the smarts into a lot of this. So it's going to be a challenging, no matter how you look at it, and maybe several iterations of tweaking the algorithm, and over time and the right oversight, they can get it so it's relatively fair and not too biased.
What about the paring back of these regulations? What are some of the biggest concern in terms of losing the oversight and safeguards that currently protect AI systems?
That's a great point, and that's probably where I have the biggest concern. A lot of the things that the Biden administration put in place were to safeguard so not too much could get out there to other countries. In this case, they're certainly lowering the bar in a sense and really pushing to get software and hardware out there to the masses, to other countries, so the United States could certainly prosper and sell a lot of this. It's not just going to be contained and used internal to the United States, really from a global standpoint. So incredible amount of money that comes in, but as with all things, when it gets out there into the open, and there obviously has to be some transparency how to communicate between the hardware and the software, it opens up vulnerabilities. So if you look at countries like China or other countries that might get a hold of this technology, it could easily be misused and could be used for data collection and surveillance and other things that have huge cybersecurity implications that I think all of us are very concerned about. So finding that balancing act still has to be done. And to me, there has to be some level of reasonable oversight and regulation, especially in the cybersecurity concern, because all of our information is out there. We don't want to put more information out there and have other countries having access to it, because it could be very detrimental to national security.
And there's still so much we're learning about AI, not least, the way it can replace jobs. It already has done, and no doubt will continue to do so. In this quest that the US has to make, Washington or America the AI capital of the world, do you think this is the plan that's going to bring jobs and make America work again?
A brilliant point, and that's a concern we all have. Yes, there's going to be jobs that are lost. There's no doubt about that, because certain things that are extremely repetitive, AI will replace it. So there will be jobs that are lost. What will happen, and hopefully if it's handled properly, there'll be some upskilling and job training where the new workforce will have skills and AI skills specific to the new tasks that are needed. So there'll be new jobs that are created. Hopefully that will balance out over time, the jobs that are taken away versus the new jobs that are created. But I think for anybody listening, your viewers need to appreciate AI is here now and it's here to stay. So gaining these important AI-related skills, regardless of what your job is, will just make you more valuable to any employer. And that's important to start working on that right now.
And part of this plan is to limit exports to China, citing that chips could help advance the military there. Is this a fair security concern, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's been a concern. It is a concern today, and it will be in the future. If we just go back a couple of years to what happened with Huawei and the infrastructure build out for the wireless networks, they represented about 65% of all the infrastructure equipment. And we know some of the problems that have been proven that have been used for surveillance and other things, and a lot of that was pulled away for good reason, for national security, and a lot of other countries followed suit. The same thing is here. Now he's opened up, Trump has opened up NVIDIA shipping out chipsets to China again, which is a little bit surprising, but there again, there's some concern. If too much technology gets out there in the wrong hands, it could be used against the United States for security concerns.
All right, Scott Schober, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.